All right, hello everyone. So in this video, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the LearnSmart slash reading quiz assignments. So these are actually not, they're not classified as homework per se because we don't actually group them with homework when we calculate your scores at the very end, like your grades at the end of the semester. The reading quizzes actually go into participation. The reason being is because the reading quizzes, they're really easy. They don't really require you to do anything except read the book, which I would expect you to do anyway. So there are a couple of ways of actually accessing the book. One is opening up the actual reading quiz assignment. You will get the book there, or you can just open up the general ebook by clicking on the book title. But this book title will not send you anywhere towards these reading quizzes. It'll just be the book. So if you want book only for like studying purposes for an exam, this would be where you would want to go. If you click this, you'll basically be given the entire ebook. You'll be given all the chapters. You can select a chapter, select a certain topic. Let's say if you don't understand how to do sig fig, significant figures, just go ahead and click on it, and then it'll actually open that part of the book for you. Any videos or images that are part of the book system, because it is an electronic book, that kind of stuff is offered. You actually have access to all of this as part of the electronic book. Now, if you have a physical book, well, just open your physical book. Great. So let's go and go back. So reading quizzes slash LearnSmart. The reason why I say they're pretty easy, it's not because you have to read anything. Reading, okay, everyone has to read. So basically, if you're a freshman and you're sitting here like you don't have to read stuff, I would change that mentality, because basically I have read textbooks upon textbooks for individual classes. So there's no way that you're going to get out of that. What I just did was I actually just opened. Okay, everything just went away. There we go. I actually just clicked on the LearnSmart assignment, Chapter 1, Matter and Measurement. It will be different for you when you see it. It depends on whichever LearnSmart assignment Dr. Van Dorn actually assigns to you, because we have a giant list, and I just kind of clicked this one and went, let's go for it. So you'll see LS, that indicates that this is a reading quiz. These are due before the start of class. There is a due date. This one is hilariously due before the start of class. It is due today, actually. So, or no, it's not. Actually, this is due the 15th, which is Friday. Never mind. Okay, I tried to make this funny, but it didn't work. But anyway, this due date says the 15th of January, 2016. Still have to get used to the whole 2016. At 12 a.m. Now, this time will be different because these LearnSmarts are designed to be due before class starts, because we want you to read the book before class starts, because that's how most classes should be. You read the textbook for that lesson before we start the lesson. So anyway, I just clicked that little link, just this little area, and opened up a new tab. You might get a new window, or it might just replace everything. What'll happen is, ignore what just happened. You will get this as your beginning window. I've opened this before, that's why things started changing, but you'll get this as your opening window. Now this is called, you have a little baby in the background. This is chapter 1. What you have here right now is what we call the preview session for this book. So basically, the preview session is where you basically toggle through all the pages real quick. Don't read anything, just toggle through them. Actually, like, what I mean by don't read anything is don't read text, just read like the headers, and just know that, okay, you're going to talk about states of matter. You have something about physical and chemical properties. You have stuff that looks like water. You have classification of matter. You have a couple of these diagram things. What I'm just doing is I'm just going through the book real quick as part of what McGraw Hill calls the preview session, where you just preview the pages. I have, okay, different types of, this is a gas, this is foil, water, salt. Okay, some of these are liquids, some of these are solids. Great. I have this cool little table thing. I might want to copy that in my notebook later, if it's important. I have measurements. Ooh, okay, I have different units. Looks like I'm going to do some conversions because I see kilometers equals meters. So maybe some conversions. Oh, I have length, measurement and length. I have a doctor measuring height, mass, weight. I have a scale. Volume. Okay, so now I'm working with liquids and volume. Ooh, needle. So this is very important just because it's for health. This is what basically people call nursing chem. So most people go into a nursing or medical profession from these classes. They go up to either the higher general chemistry, or they go into nursing or public health. All of these require you to know what this is, which is a syringe. Okay, great. I have a cool little summary of all the little conversions. Ooh, I have more conversions. Cool. Okay, significant figures. There's a fish. Ew. Sorry, guys. I'm a vegetarian. I have such a bias towards meat. Okay, determining sig figs. Okay, so there's a couple pages on sig figs. Maybe that's important. Blah blah blah. Okay, you get what I'm doing, right? Great. So after this is done, at the very bottom corner, you'll see a button. This says practice. You'll see the word read. If you don't see that, all you have to do is press this little arrow to close that side area. And you'll notice that all the text, if you see read, click read. If you don't, then sorry. Just go ahead and close that this just shows all the pages, but you can go ahead and close that. At this point, you see text. Some of the text is darkened, the rest of it's grayed out. So you're sitting here like, okay, well, why do I want to see this? This is all grayed out. If you click once on the text, it'll actually darken everything, and you'll be able to read all of it. So basically, whatever we tell you to read, read it, because that's the idea here. You're supposed to do as we say, and you'll do fine. But yeah, you'll read all of this stuff, and then you're not done yet. We don't know that you've read this. You could just literally do what I'm doing and toggle through all the pages. That doesn't help. So what I want you to do is basically, when you're done with this, prove to us that you've read this stuff, and that's by answering a couple questions. And that's when you go to this thing called practice. At all these times, you will see a woman like this. Okay, shut up. Sorry, I don't like that lady. She is very insulting. I've taken a couple classes with Connect, and every time that thing called the coach will come up, listen to her for a couple of these things. She'll tell you what to do. Basically, it's here's the practice session. Do this. She'll tell you if you don't know a certain topic. She'll be like, it seems you have a little trouble doing this topic. Go back and read, and this little read button pops back up. You can go back to the book and reread that section if that's the time where a friend came into your dorm room and you didn't read that section as thoroughly, you'll know. So basically, and then of course, going back to the read area, everything's still grayed out. Just click once and it'll come back. So yeah, and then click again to gray it out. I don't know why you want to gray it out, but apparently that's a thing. So going back to the practice area, you have questions you have to answer. So this particular question, you have to type stuff in. Clearly, this is not the right answer, but what you'll do from here is you'll type in your answers, and then you have to actually. This will help you tremendously if you do this correctly. Basically, it'll ask you how sure are you of the question. You either know it, you maybe know it, you're not really too sure, or you have absolutely zero idea and you guessed. Clearly, we'd like you to try to be unsure about it. If you click no idea, it will not score. Sometimes it'll score what you type in, sometimes it won't. That's why I click one of these three for the most part. But okay, let's say I think I know the answer. Well, it'll tell me that my answer was incorrect. Obviously it was, because these aren't even English. And then it'll tell me the correct answer. Do not panic if you get them wrong. It's okay. This question will come back again later on. In this case, you have 48 items, right? And so we're not going to give you 48 items as part of a quiz. This one just happens to have 48 that I opened up. What's going to happen is, basically, if you get it wrong, you don't get a 0, you don't get no points. You basically just will get that question. It's like flashcards, basically. You have 48 flashcards. If you get it wrong, you put it back in the pile. If you get it right, you take it out of the pile. So once you're done with all 48 questions, you get them all correct, you're done. That's what we want. That's what we want you to see. So basically, once you go through this, okay, this one is a chemical change. Great, I know that. Hooray. It will actually tell you that, okay, you have 47 items left. Once you get through all 48 items, or in this case 48, once you get through all of them, you basically get 100%. This is a completion assignment. As long as you finish everything, it'll tell you, congratulations, you finished this section, and then you can go back to the home page. So it's not like other assignments where you sit here and you do all this work, and let's go with this. It's not like the homework assignments where you only have 2 attempts. You have unlimited attempts here. The idea is you keep on answering that question until you get it right. So you literally could sit here and just guess everything and then just keep going and keep guessing until you get it right. Like, guess, great. Okay, look, I got it wrong. Lesson for you guys. Guessing is bad. Actually read. Now let's say this next question, I do not remember what the definition of chemistry is. That would be, for me personally, that would be pretty bad, knowing how many chemistry classes I've taken. But let's just say you don't remember it and you want to go back to the book. Well, you could just click this little button that says read about this. Your question, as you see here, has minimized. And oh look, it's opened up the exact answer. Look at that. So I'm going to go ahead and type that in then. Study of matter and composition and properties. If I spelled that correctly. And you click on you know it because you actually just read about it right now, and then you just move on. That's how you answer these basically. This forces you to read, which is what we want you to do, because if you don't read, you won't do well in this class. Guarantee you. People who read get A's, people who don't read don't get A's. I challenge you. If you think you can get an A without reading, wow, I'm impressed, because I've never seen anyone do it. Everyone who's gotten an A in this class has read, basically. And this new system, Connect, will force you to read. So that's what we want you to do. We want you to read, and this is the way to make you read. So again, don't panic. For LearnSmart, there are no middle ground here, basically. You either get a 0 or you get 100%. There's no 90s, there's no 80s, there's nothing of that sort. That's why it's participation and not homework, because that's too easy of free points. For participation, basically, it's, did you do the assignment? Did you finish the assignment? If you finished it, done. You're fine. In this case, I have 46 items left, so it's considered not finished. So if you don't finish this by the time class starts and the due date has passed, you'll get a 0 for that assignment because you didn't finish it. Even if you had one item left, you still get a 0, and there's nothing we can do about that. We're not going to give you that question back and then give you the points. There's nothing we can do in the terms of giving you points back for your homework or LearnSmart. It's all on you. If you don't finish it, you don't get all the points. So great, you did the practice for it. Well done. I'm glad you got practice, but if you didn't finish it, unfortunately, there's nothing we can do to give you back that one question or give you, extended time. There are no extensions, basically. So in my opinion, these LearnSmarts are very, very easy. If you read, these don't take you long. I took organic chemistry, and currently my microbiology class is going to use Connect 2. So beware that you are not the only ones who are quote-unquote suffering with Connect. Believe me, I've done this before. I've done it with organic chemistry, and I'm doing it again. I actually did it for 2 semesters of organic chemistry, and I'm doing it again for microbiology. So let me tell you, I know what it feels like to have to go through 46 items worth of questions. You won't get that because this is a quiz. For me, these are homework assignments. For you, these are quizzes. So basically, it's free points. If you finish the entire module's worth of work, you're done, which is answering questions. It's not even that bad. Like how the one I just picked was right. I'm not actually trying if you haven't figured that out yet. And you'll notice that when you do these, the questions you got wrong will repeat. So if you want to write down in your notebook the actual question and the answer, it'll help you practice because you'll actually write it down and you'll know what you got wrong. And then when it pops up again, you'll be like, oh wait, okay, I had this question before. This is not the right answer. This is the right answer. Done. That's really it. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. So, and these are really important because this requires an exact definition from the book. So if you don't remember this, read about this again, find it, and basically you'll see highlights. This may not be exactly where the answer is, so look around the highlight. Look at okay, at the top, at the bottom, look at the previous page a little bit, see what's up, and maybe it'll help you. So, and then go back to the question and answer it. So if you have no idea, you have no idea, and you just write this down. My recommendation to you is that people like to snapshot these and then save them on their computer. Believe me, it does not help you. You do that, you basically just didn't do the assignment. You'll get the points for it, great, because whatever. But if you're doing snapshots of this stuff, it's not helping you. My recommendation is take the time and either type it out on a sheet of paper, like on Microsoft Word, or even better, write them on a notebook. That way, when it comes time for exam studying, you know the questions you had a hard time with because you don't have to look back. You already have them. And then when you go back and try this stuff again for practice, you get them all right, and it's like a giant confidence booster. And then watch you get like an A on all the exams, and then preceptor. But anyway, that's my recommendation to you. Do what you want with it. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm not even reading these anymore. I don't know. Sure. Yeah, you got that one right. So from 46 items, if you click the next button, it'll go to 45 items. Like I said, you're not going to get all 45. You're going to get less than that. If you do get 45 questions or whatever, then sorry, that's what was assigned to you. Everyone gets the exact same amount of questions, so it's not like you're being targeted by Dr. Van Doren. Believe us, we are nice people. We are not mean. It just seems that you have to read more. Like there's more reading involved, so there's more questions that you require answering for. Now, again, let me tell you, if you read, this will take you literally like 20 minutes. If you don't read, it'll take you like an hour and a half. And I'm not lying. I'm telling you it takes an hour and a half because in organic chemistry, I sat there and was like, I'm not going to read, whatever. And I didn't read, and oh my God, did it take me forever to do this. Now, it's a reading quiz. Reading quizzes should not take you that long. If it's going to take you half an hour to do a reading quiz, that's like, 10 questions? That's a problem. Go ahead and just read the text. Honestly, if you even want to, read the text while you're answering the questions. Go back and read about this, and like it'll ask you from that area of the book. Basically, when you're done with this entire assignment, you will have read most of the book, or most of what we require you to read. Now, I encourage you to actually read the book because you'll do way better on the exams doing that, and the homeworks. But if you don't want to, you can just click the read about this button. But I really urge you to do what I told you, and when you get an answer wrong, write out. I've got this question like 3 times now, if you haven't noticed, and just write this down, write the entire thing down, and then move on. That will help you memorize stuff, and that'll help you learn this material, because this material right here is child's play compared to what we're going to give you on the exams. So if you don't know the easy stuff, there's no way you're going to get the hard stuff. Because it's like a pyramid, basically. You have to, build your foundation, and then you get, higher and higher. So that's really it for the LearnSmart. Once you're done, it'll tell you, you'll have a little blue button at the very center, like literally right in the middle, like where I'm circling. It'll say you've completed this assignment. That tells you that you're done, and it'll say like go back to the home page or whatever. It'll have a little blue button. It'll say go back, and that's when you can go back. Now, if you want to leave. If you let's say you don't want to finish all of this in one sitting, then you can actually stop right here. It will save your progress, and you can come back to it. Now, also notice one more thing before I stop the video, that this read button is now flashing blue. That's McGraw Hill being passive aggressive and telling me, hey, you've answered too many of these wrong. Clearly, you don't know anything. Click me so you can go ahead and reread this thing like you're actually supposed to. And then you'll actually read it because you're being a good student, and you go back and practice, and this will take you like 5 minutes to do. So that's really it, guys. Good luck. This is really not that bad, I promise you. This is way better than the homework system we had a while ago. So believe me, this will help you. I promise you it will. Oh, sorry, one more thing. If you click this triple line thing, when you so if you see here that you have the little read button, table of contents, read, practice, recharge. This is important. The recharge is not required at all. It's optional. But basically, when it comes down for the exam and you want to, let's say when you practice this stuff, you know the material because you've practiced it right now. But say a week later, you might forget it. So this recharge will actually, clearly there's nothing to recharge yet because you haven't finished the practice. Once you've practiced, you can recharge. And the recharge is basically reminding you of stuff that you had a hard time with previously. It'll just kind of remind you, and that way it'll stay fresh in your brain for when you start the actual exam, or when you start actually doing the difficult problems as part of your studying for the exam. So that's really it, guys. The 3-line thing will let you leave the assignment. So again, that's really it. If you guys have any questions, go and put them in the comments below. You can come and ask us. Preferably Dr. Van Doren or myself. Some of the preceptors aren't really too familiar because some of our preceptors are also very brand new, so they're getting used to the homework system. I've had experience with LearnSmart. Some of the preceptors might have had experience, so it's not like you can't ask any of us. But if you really want an answer really quickly, comment on the YouTube video, email us. You can email me if you want. email Dr. Van Dorn. Actually, no, don't talk to Dr. Van Dorn. Most of these homework assignment questions you can ask us. Dr. Van Dorn is not really the go-to just yet for homework assignment stuff because she's busy making your exams and your lectures. So basically, if we don't know the answer, we'll go ask Dr. Van Dorn for you. But I encourage you to keep a dialogue with the preceptors more than your instructor, because the preceptors are told everything first, basically. So we know before you do. So if you ask Dr. Van Dorn, you're free to do that. That is your prerogative. But do know that you're taking time out of her schedule to answer something, a question so easy that a preceptor could have answered, basically. So try asking us. If we don't know, we'll either tell you we don't know, or we'll go ask Dr. Van Dorn for you. Easy as that. Now, if you want to ask Dr. Van Dorn in her office hours, you're free to do that. That's your prerogative. But I would say lay off the emails just because her inbox is kind of a mess. So let's go ahead and leave the tsunami of questions away from her. Let's lead them towards us. We're preceptors. We know this class, so we're happy to help you. All right, well, thank you guys for watching. Go and thumbs up if you like the video, thumbs down if you hate me or hate the videos, whatever. I don't really care. I don't mind. I won't know who you are. So whatever, leave a comment if you have any suggestions on how to make the videos better. If you like something about the videos, leave a comment so I will keep doing that. If you have any questions, again, put them in the comments below. Email, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Okay, great. Thank you guys so much for your attention. You guys have a wonderful day.